Today we're going over the Ephemera 8 common menus you can earn during update 8.8 in Fire Emblem Heroes. For 300 Ephemera with 8 divine codes, you can get a 5-star common manual. First option is Thief Kath. Her most interesting skill is probably Blue Feud if you absolutely hate certain blue units or supports. Kath is the only unit with attack and res snag, but they're not the most common debuffing skills. Hathorn's Divine Nectar can give any unit extra action after rallies or movement assists, so technically snags do benefit if you want to debuff then attack in the same turn. If you want another lesser used A skill, Kath has attack and speed push 4, only rarely useful if you need the recoil damage, but it's not the worst option. Kath also has draw back, but that's a common skill. Overall, Thief Kath doesn't stand out the most, at least to me, but she has some very specific skills. The other 5-star manual is regular Marianne. Kath has a skill to counter blue units, and Marianne has a skill to use on your favorite blue units. Blue Duel Infantry boosts arena scoring and grants plus 5 HP with plus 2 to all other stats. You can also grab Joint Drive Res at the same time to buff up the user and nearby allies. Drive Res 2s on a bunch of demotes and girl units. You could get Iceberg instead, or maybe Iceberg and Joint Drive Res if you just want low attack and res 3. There isn't a tier 4 for this low yet, but it probably will show up one day. Marianne has some slightly more universal skills to fodder. They could find a spot on the budget build, or if you just want to use on an old blue infantry unit for arena scoring. Moving on to the 4-star common manuals, these cost 100 Ephemera each. The returning Tempest Trials unit is Valentines Vigarde. At 4 stars, he has Ignis and attack and defense form 3. At 5 stars, you can get even fall of 3, which gives Omnibreaker to armors for even turns. An okay option, maybe used with the Special Fighter Seal for a budget setup. Vigarde's inheritable axe is the Axe of Devotion Plus, very solid attack and defense axe that gives bonus stats based on flat defense. It also inflicts instant at start of combat damage, which is pretty wild, at least until we got Breath of Life 4 and now Hatred. Cows and Flyers could stack instant damage skills with this axe, but those counters could offset all the damage done. Interestingly, Axe of Devotion's instant damage has higher scaling if you have more defense than the foe. Breath of Life is weaker if the foe has higher defense, so maybe there's a play there. We also just got Melcy Disrupt Echo, and this weapon needs to be able to counterattack for the instant damage to apply, possibly guaranteed damage for enemy phase builds. Despite the counters, still one of the most unique inheritables around. Now, the most recent demo unit is Fee. She's the fastest free-to-play friendly sword flyer in recent times. At 4 stars, Fee has the best skill in the game, Reposition. She also has Drive Speed 2. At 5 stars, Fee has Aerobatics, and she's the only non-5-star with this skill. Her weapon is the Protection Edge Plus, which just grants plus 5 attack and defense, but Garb, not exactly the most modern inheritable. Next up is Guy. At 4 stars, he has Glimmer and Life and Death 3, still respectable. At 5 stars, he has Threat and Speed and Defense 2, which is not generally used besides upgrading to its Menace version. Guy's inheritable sword is the Vulture Blade Plus, which is a solo weapon and basically a faux penta doubler for attack and defense stats only. An okay weapon, but a bit outdated. For Altena at 4 stars, she has Reprisal and Sturdy Stance 2. You can use that for the upgraded tier 3 dual stance. Her 5-star skill is Brash Assault 3, which is only worth using at tier 4. Last up for today is Seth. You can get an extra copy if you like this new shiny resplendent outfit. Sadly, Seth's fodder is not that great. At 4 stars, you can get Swap and Fortress Defense 3. At 5 stars, I would not recommend using so to attack and defense, and the Ruby Sword is a triangle depth weapon. Apparently so busted you still can't stat refine it. That will be it for this month's Ephemera common manuals. If you hate or love blue units, our 5-star manuals have some related skills. If you want an extra Axe of Devotion, then Vigarde's a good pick. Fee's a somewhat rare demote for a class if you were looking for a high-speed sword flyer. Be sure to use last month's Ephemera, and good luck getting all those divine codes. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.